you. Hi everyone, thank you for coming along to my session this afternoon. This is my second presentation for the day. I actually have one more after this at 6:20 p.m. at Theatre 9. My name is Eliza Benitez. I am by trade a functional consultant. I'm all the way from New Zealand in Wellington. It took me 3 flights to get here. I'm still smiling. I promise I'm not jet lagged. And I also happen to be a Microsoft MVP in applications. And in this session today, I'm going to show you how you can automatically update business process flow stages using Flow. But as of this morning, we all know that is going to be called Power Automate going forward. So before we get started, I want to make sure that you're all engaging today and throughout this week by supporting the presenters as well as the booths that you're going to be interacting with at the hub. So if you want to do a tweet or a post on LinkedIn by taking a photo of my session, I'm okay with that. You can find me on Twitter and on LinkedIn, and please make sure you use the official hashtag of MSIgnite. So in terms of the agenda today, I'm going to go through what is a business process flow for those of you who aren't familiar with it today. I'm going to talk about... Oh, sorry, we've got music playing still. Thank you. There you go. Cool, thank you. So where was I? All right, so I'm going to talk about the use case, and then I'm going to do a demo of Flow with Power Portals and a model-driven app, and then I'm going to open the floor to questions. So put your hands up if you know what a business process flow is. Okay, that's not a bad ratio. It's better than I thought. So this is a screenshot from my first ever vlog on my YouTube channel. If you do want to find me on YouTube, just search for first name Eliza, last name Benitez, and you'll come across my YouTube channel where I do a lot of Flow, Dynamics 365, and Power Apps Portals. And this is what business process flows used to look like. So it came out with Dynamics here in 2013 before it changed its name to Dynamics 365. And so fast forward to today, this is what it looks like. So in red, you have your business process flow stages. As you can see in my screenshot, I have 3. There's in progress, review, and approved. Now this is a business process flow that I created against a custom entity called application. And over on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see details about the business process flow. You can see the state that the business process flow stage is in. So for example, it's finished, and you can see that the approved stage has been completed. And underneath that, where you see external reviewer status and internal reviewer status, are the steps that are required to complete that business process flow stage. And that little tick on the left of the step indicates that it has been completed. So when you build your business process flow in the designer, this is what it looks like. So the blue shaded areas are your business process flow stages. And like I mentioned, for every business process flow stage, there are steps that an end user is required to complete, which is the shade in green. And these are essentially fields that live in your CDS. So the whole purpose of a business process flow is to guide an end user right from A to B, the very end, so that they know what steps they need to complete throughout the life cycle. And over on the right-hand side, you can also configure it where you can make a step mandatory. So that means before they can move from one stage to another, they need to complete it, otherwise it's going to prompt them to do so. So when you create a business process flow, when you have a deep dive into the solution, there are actually going to be 2 components. One is called process, so that is the visualization of the business process flow that appears in the model-driven app. And the second one is an entity that is dedicated to that business process flow. And when that entity is created, it inherits the same name and plural name of the business process flow. And it's important because back in 2017, the attributes that were previously called to automatically move from one stage to another is deprecated. So they used to live in the record itself. So if I go back to the example that I talked about earlier, the fields used to live in the application. but now it's in a separate, dedicated business process flow entity, and that's the way we need to be calling these attributes in order to do some automation. So the main three attributes is process ID, stage ID, which represents the ID of the stage, and then we have something called a traversed path as well. So when we update the business process flow stage automatically using flow, we need to do things like retrieve the ID of the active stage that the business process flow is going to represent to the end user, and the traverse path needs to be updated as well. The traverse path is essentially the attribute that will contain the IDs of the stages based on the life cycle of that particular record. So you remember how in my earlier slide there were 3 stages? So if an application record has moved from in progress, review to approved, in the traverse path attribute you should see 3 values that will be separated by a comma. So this is what it looks like. So this is just a screenshot from my model-driven app, and in the middle you see the traverse path, and when you hover over it you get this big long string, and essentially it's those 3 IDs that represent the stage IDs. So the fields that you're also going to reference are things like the status and the status reason. These are fields that represent the stage, the state of the stage, so whether it's been completed or not completed. And then we also need to reference the record that that BPF is associated to, in other words, the application. So in terms of the state of the BPF, it's important because it again reflects whether that stage has been completed or not. So it's important when you want to do some automation behind it that you do update the states to correctly reflect what state it is in to the end user. So if you're still confused, don't worry, I will go through this in detail. So in terms of the use case, you're in for a treat because not only are you going to see flow in action, you're going to see a Power Apps portal. And so the Power Apps portal represents the grant application management solution where you have an applicant that will submit an application, and then you also have the external reviewer who's going to log in and review that application. We also then have a model-driven app where this is where the internal reviewer would ideally review the application, and then you're going to see universal resource scheduling. Has anyone seen universal resource scheduling before? All right, well, you're going to see it. It's really cool. It's one of my favorite things about Dynamics 365, and then, yeah, I'll talk about the flow. So in terms of the business use case, like I mentioned, it's going to reflect this. So when the applicant submits the application, the business process flow stage will then automatically update to review. Once the external reviewer has been allocated using universal resource scheduling, we will then have the external reviewer review it and approve it through the Power Apps portal. And then we're going to have the internal reviewer review it and approve it. And once there are 2 approvals, that's when we want the business process flow stage to automatically update from review to approved. So it's a whole end-to-end process, and you guys are going to see it in action. So time for a demo. Now before I do the demo, I'm going to do a sacrifice because I need my demo powers today, and I need to hope that everything runs smoothly. You guys with me? Yep. Cool. All right. So I'm going to switch over to my laptop. So this is my flow. I've just zoomed in so that people at the back can see it more clearly. So my trigger for the flow is when the application status reason is updated. So I'm going to quickly switch over to my model-driven app to show you what I mean. So this is my application record in my model-driven app, and we have a field over here called status reason. And so when the status is in draft, it will be in progress. And when the applicant has submitted it, it's going to update to review. And once we have 2 approvals, it's going to update from review to approved. So that's my trigger, the application status reason. which is also defined in what we call an attribute filter item for the trigger. So this trigger is when a CDS record is updated. The next action that we have in my flow is now we are retrieving the application BPF entity record. So this is the one where I talked about where an entity is created that is dedicated to the business process flow that we've created, and that will represent the attributes that is reflected to that business process flow in the model-driven app. So this action that I'm using is what we call a CDS list records action. And you'll notice that there's a filter query in here, and I'll explain why we use a filter query. So as I mentioned, when we want to call the attributes from the business process flow entity record, because it's an entity record, there are going to be multiple records that are displayed, which is what you're seeing right now. So we only want to update that BPF entity record that is associated to the application that triggered that flow, right? So that is why we use a CDS list records action. And so this query in here is basically saying only retrieve the BPF entity record that is associated to the application that triggered the flow. So once we've done that action, the next step that we're going to do is use a Parse Json. And within that Parse Json action, we are using an expression that contains the first function. And I'm going to explain why we use this expression. If I were to use the Parse Json just as is, and I reference one of the fields from the CDS list records action, so for example, active stage, and apply to each will appear and it will cocoon that Parse Json action. And that is because with the CDS list records action, it's designed to return multiple records. And when there are multiple records returned, it's going to be in the form of an array. And so Flow is smart enough to recognize that it's going to return more than one record, and so that apply to each appears. So to avoid that, this is why we use an expression that will use the first function so that it will only ever retrieve that one record that is returned in that CDS list records action. And the Parse Json is a way of being able to select the field values returned from that CDS list records action later down in the flow. For advanced users in the room, you can get away with using a compose action with an expression, but for the purpose of today, I'm going to show you the Parse Json technique. So after we've done that, there is another action, and it's a CDS list records action. And this time, what we're doing is we are retrieving the stage IDs for review and approved. The reason why we are using the CDS list records action again is because if you did some research into business process flows on the docs.microsoft.com website, it actually tells you how you can retrieve the stage IDs when you want to programmatically update from one stage to another. So on the docs.microsoft.com site, down below on the screen, you'll see an API request, and basically it's calling this entity called process stages. And when it calls that process stage entity, what you also need to do is ensure that you provide the business process flow instance ID of that application BPF entity. So to get this ID, it's quite straightforward. You just need to go to your business process flow designer, and it's an ID up here. And once you copy and paste that API request into your browser, you'll have your ID at the end, and you need to call your CDS instance. So this is what it looks like. When you dump it into something like Notepad++, and you enable the JSON viewer, it's now a bit more user-friendly for us to understand. And in here, you'll see the process stage ID of approved and review. So this is represented by those two CDS list records action. So this is saying, give me the process stage that's related to this record up here, where the stage name equals review, and vice versa for approved. We are also then using the same technique of Parse Json, where we use the first function in an expression to avoid the apply to each appearing. And you'll notice that I've got these several actions side by side. So this is what we call a parallel branching technique, where you can have actions running in parallel when they're not dependent on each other. They can run at the same time. So then we come to the final part of the flow. And this is an action called a switch. And a switch is useful when you want to perform I suppose like a check. So we're not using the condition builder in this scenario because a switch is perfect when you're only looking at one field. So in this case, I have a initialize variable action where I want the switch to happen based on the status reason. So if the status reason equals in review, then I want it to switch over to one case. Otherwise, if the status reason equals approved, I'm going to switch it to a different case. So when we expand this final action, this is what it looks like. So the binary numbers that you're seeing in here is the value of the status reason field. So this is submitted and this is approved. And so the final step that we're doing is we're updating the business process flow record. So again, when I say the business process flow record, I'm referring to that dedicated entity that represents the business process flow associated to that application. And so by using the Parse Json from earlier, so if I just scroll down, this is how we can reference the business process flow instance ID. And that's from this action up here, and we've parsed it. So as you can see, by parsing it, it allows you as a user to select the values returned from that CDS list records action. And then the same technique we're applying here, we're saying grab the review stage ID from the Parse Json response in here. And we're also only updating the application based on the application that triggered the flow. And for the other one, which is here on the right, we are applying the same technique, but the key difference here is that we're updating two fields. One is the status reason and the one is the status, because as I mentioned earlier, you also need to make sure that the state of the BPF has been updated so that it is correctly reflected back to the end user. Okay, so that is the flow walkthrough. And now I'm going to do the end-to-end demo from the Power Apps portal and show you universal resource scheduling as well. Okay, so here's my portal. I've just got one application up there that I tested earlier. So I'm logged in as K9. So K9 is an applicant and she wants to submit for a grant because her and her team have created a smart collar for her dog that is associated to an app. So the app will notify you when your dog wants to use the bathroom because it detects the temperature levels of the dog. And so that's the type of grant that she wants to apply for so that she can get funding and go global with her app. Does that sound like a cool idea? I don't have a dog, but I wish I do. Okay, so this is what we call a web form in Power Apps portals. And a web form contains web form steps. So what you're seeing right now are fields that are within a web form step. And all the information that you're seeing here today in terms of the fields, I actually grabbed this from an actual grant application form online from a government agency website. And so the idea is that you can see how you can create an application online using Power Apps portals. And this is all configurable. This didn't require any code. I'm not a developer, so I've done all of this simply through some configuration. So I'm just filling in information now about the business itself. And the other cool thing that you can do with Power Apps Portals is that it's got native Sharepoint integration that you can set up yourself. And to demonstrate, you can add a file. So I'm going to add a test Word document. And so as soon as I upload this through this web form step, it will actually create a document location in SharePoint, which you can also see from the record of the application in the model-driven app. So then the final web form step is something general for the applicant to apply. Okay, so now that I've created that application, it's going to be in a status reason of draft. So I'm going to head back to my model-driven app. I'm going to head over to applications, and we'll see that that's the application in there. So 6.5, 6.5, that's it. So when we open up the application, initially we'll see that it's in progress and the status reason is draft. So the next step that I'm going to perform is I'm going to submit the application. And by submitting the application, I have another flow in the background that's going to be triggered that will go and update the status reason to approved. To submitted. So when I refresh my browser, we'll see it submitted. And when we head over to the model-driven app and we hit the refresh button, we should see that updated to submitted. And because we're updating the status reason, that's now going to update my flow. So my flow will then be triggered, and it should now move it from in progress to review. So, moment of truth, demo powers, let's do this. Yay! So as you can see, it's moved from in progress to review, and we can see that the status reason is submitted. All right, so that's the first part of the end-to-end process. So what I'm going to show you now is an inside view into universal resource scheduling. So I'm going to go over to my schedule board, and this will pull up a list of resources that are available who can be the external reviewer for the application. So we should see some names appear. And as you can see, there's a total of 13. So this is the application that K9 just submitted. So when I click on Find Availability, what we're going to see is that this list will reduce down from 13 to, I think, 4. And that's done by some smart filtering, because it knows that I've created an application where someone is required for an animal expert. Okay, so then the next step that happens is the admin for the grant application management organization can go ahead and book a resource. And can you just excuse me one moment, because I forgot to do something as part of my test earlier, so just bear with me. Oh no. I'm just trying to get that resource to appear again so I can continue with the booking. Okay. Okay, so I was hoping that Cesar Milan or Rebecca Garnett would appear. So that didn't work. Okay, so I'll try with Holden Caulfield. So it's worked out that I can book these resources because they have a characteristic of animal expert. And so ideally what happens is they click on book and exit, and once it has been booked, it will book Holden against that application, and we can see that booking has been done straight away. When we go back to that application, we can see that Holden Caulfield is now the external reviewer that has been associated to that application. So I'm going to switch over to my backup video because that didn't work as expected. So just bear with me for one moment, because the next thing that I want to show you is how the external reviewer logs into the portal. So this is what you were meant to see, so I'll just play this for now. So the booking has happened, and if I just quickly go ahead, the application has been updated and that external reviewer has been allocated. So then the idea is that the external reviewer will receive an email. They click on the email, they will automatically get redirected to the application, and you can see that it's in read-only mode. They can also add a comment so that the applicant can see what additional changes need to be made. But in this scenario, I'm just approving that application. So once that application has been updated by Cesar Milan, K9 will receive an email that will notify her that the external reviewer has added a comment. And as you can see, the application will also be in read-only mode, and they won't be able to update the comment that the external reviewer has entered as well. So you can do some security with Parse Portal to ensure that only required information is updated. And with the external reviewer, we can see that it's been updated to approved. So what I'm doing here now is I'm allocating an internal reviewer, I'm approving it. So when we hit the refresh button, it will move from reviewed to approved, and the application should then appear as approved to K9, and K9 will also receive a notification email that tells her that the application has been approved. And so the idea of the flow, is that it will go ahead, so I'm just going to zoom out now. It will go ahead and effectively recognize at what point it needs to move the business process flow stage from A to B to C. And you can do it in a way where you don't have to use any code. Previously, we had to rely on custom development. As you can see from the docs.microsoft.com site, a particular API needed to be called. Does anyone have questions before I move back to my slide deck? Yep, we've got one over there. Pardon? Yes, so everything that you're seeing today, including the flow, Parse portals, and universal resource scheduling is available today. With universal resource scheduling, the apps that you do need is either the customer service, project service automation, or field services. Does that answer your question? Okay, so sorry, I forgot to repeat the question. So the question from the gentleman over on this side of the room was, are these available today? Okay, so I'm going to switch over to my slide deck. So that was a representation of the stages that you saw earlier. And so just to recap, the end-to-end lifecycle was using a Parse portal where you have an applicant that can submit an application. You also have the external reviewers interacting with that application through the Parse portal. And we also have the internal reviewer doing the approval within the model-driven app. And no matter what platform all the interactions have been completed, Flow will still go and do its magic and move it from one stage to another. So in terms of my other sessions today, I do have another Flow session in Theater 9 where I show you how to delay a birthday email based on the celebrant's local time. And on Thursday, I do have an unconference session where I'm co-presenting with 3 other MVPs, Joel Lindstrom, Sean Tabor, and Marco Emoto. So please come along if you can. For those of you who are interested in learning Flow, there are 2 courses that are available online today, which I highly recommend. One is for beginners, and one is advanced tips. So if you want to go beyond your basic knowledge of Flow, I recommend these 2 courses. And one of the people today that you see on that screen is actually sitting right over there. So that's Kent Weir. He used to be a Flow program manager in the Flow team. And then on the other side of the PowerPoint, you have John Levesque, who's a senior platform evangelist. And for those of you who are sitting in the audience today who actually do work in an organization and you do want to implement Flow for your business, there's also a white paper available that was written by another MVP, Jerry Weinstock. Again, I highly recommend that you do take a look and you download it because it's very informative for organizations that want to get kickstarted with Flow. So I'll open up the floor to questions now. If you want to connect with me, again, you can find me on Twitter and on LinkedIn. If you do want to add me on LinkedIn, just leave me a message so that I know that you've come to my session. And I also have a blog, and as I mentioned, my YouTube channel, so that's how you can find me. So, does anyone else have questions? Nope? Okay, so if you want to rate my session today, you can. Basically, if you've all been scanned by your name badges today, you should receive a notification on the Events app later. And for all the slides, and I think they are recorded as well, you can find it through this link. Otherwise, thank you so much for coming to my session today. I really appreciate it, and maybe I'll see some of you in my final session this evening. Thank you.